We are here today with Cyril Jeet Gupta. Cyril, welcome back to the show.
Thank you, Mike. It's a pleasure to be here again.
Cyril, today we're going to be talking about, again, another AI software, but this one I think is going to be super useful and it's actually going to get people results. This one is called Articalize, if I'm saying it correctly. I'm going to read off the headline for this. It says, everything's an article to Articleize. Ultimate AI article writer creates high-ranking, traffic-generating articles from scratch or any source. So bring us into this. What's this all about, and why should we be excited?
Absolutely. So Articalize is something that was demanded by my market. I launched a product called Bloggy a little while ago, which was very well received. People loved it. And it was all about automation. So you could just put it in and, people could actually generate blogs and it would work in the background. But a lot of people came to me and told me, Cyril, we want to actually write articles with it. We want more control and we want to convert social media into articles. We want to convert the latest content that's on Facebook or on Twitter or on X or Threads, all of these websites into articles so that we can tap into what's happening right now, what's the pulse. And I then did a little survey, did a little research, asked my users, what else do we need to put that in to make it a really solid product? And I got a lot of suggestions. And I built Articleize with all of those suggestions in. Basically, what it can do is you can point it at literally anything and it will convert that into articles. We're talking about threads on X, we're talking about Quora questions, Reddit threads, websites, e-com articles. Like you can point it to an Amazon page and it will write a article, a product review based on that page. You can create listicles with it. You can create product comparisons with it. That was a very demanded feature. People came to me and told me, I want to be able to give it two links, product to a product one and product two. And I just wanted to create a product comparison article. That is insanely hard to write with AI. You need to know these things before you can create an article like that. So it can do that. Of course, it can convert Facebook posts into articles, literally, and YouTube videos. You can point it to a YouTube video. It will grab the transcript and it will convert that into an article. So you can grab podcasts, you can grab analysis videos. If you're writing an article on the latest, one of those topics that are very popular and trending right now, like self-help or anything, you can convert that into an article. So practically anything. Also, it's got the latest AIs for graphic generation too. So it also does the generation of infographics. It creates perfectly relevant graphics for your article. So it's like, you can use it and you can cut down your writing time to minutes. Like if you're spending 1 hour, 2 hours to write an article, or hoping to write an article, even maybe you're even challenged, you don't know the language of the topic. Well, with Articleize, you can certainly do it with in less than 10 minutes for absolutely any niche, no experience required.
It takes so much time to write these articles, which is why AI is so helpful nowadays, especially, you mentioned those comparison ones. If you're going to sit down and do a comparison of a product, you really need to know that product. Like if a human's going to do it, you got to go through the whole product. You got to kind of use your brain a little bit and compare it back and forth and see what people would want to know about it. But with AI, you can go in there and the AI can actually automatically do that for you. And I see here that, we can use this type of content to rank in the search engines and to get 100% free traffic from Google, drive traffic wherever we want to drive it to. I've got a couple of questions about this. My first question is, this kind of content, for people that would say, well, what if I just went out there and used ChatGPT to do this instead? So could they do it with that? And my second question, my follow-up is, does the search engine actually want AI content right now? Will it rank AI?
Okay, so I'm going to answer your second question first.
Okay.
Yes, search engines do want AI content because that's actually announced in Google's policy. If you look at Google's policy about AI, they make it very clear, as long as the content is helpful. So they have this algorithm which they call the EEAT: experience, expertise, authority, and T stands for something else. I don't remember it exactly now, but the EEAT is what they look for, and that's as long as your AI content matches that, it's perfectly fine. Now, the first question, can you do it by ChatGPT? Well, if you make enough effort, which is replacing
Trustworthiness,
human
Cyril.
effort.
Cyril, trustworthiness. I thought you'd want to know it would drive you
Yes,
crazy.
absolutely.
There
That's
you go. I got it for you.
trustworthiness. You're right about that. Right. So that was trustworthiness. So if you make enough effort, you have to do a lot of work, you can, but it's not going to beat doing that through a specialized software like this, because a lot of the work is automated, right? So there are systems to rewrite things in a manner where you don't have to, where you don't get the repetitive, issues that AI content does. Like, there is a very common thing in the market that your content should pass the AI detection routine. Now, if you're going to use ChatGPT today, you will find that your content will not pass the AI detection routine. So we have algorithms in it. For example, one of the little features that we built in it is called restricted phrases. So there is a list of about 300 or 200 phrases that AI uses very often. And if you use those phrases in your article, it's going to show up as an AI article, and then you will not get ranked, or ranking is going to be much more difficult when it compares to human content in the same niche. So in Articleize, we actually built those phrases in, and we show you, okay, these are the phrases that you shouldn't use, and automatically the AI does not use. So the AI article is automatically more humanized. So we do a lot of things to make it humanized, and you don't need to worry about those things. Any expert writer, if you're not really involved in writing, if you haven't been following the latest guidelines all the time, in fact, it's not just in the past, you have to do it all the time, you will not be able to keep abreast of what's going on in the AI world and what is being challenged or penalized. And we just do it for you on auto. So I would heavily recommend, if you're using a tool like ChatGPT, that's great, but it does not guarantee you the quality of articles that will get you ranked. While this product, it actually takes care of everything. And the best thing is, it's got a lot of AIs, not just ChatGPT. So there is ChatGPT, of course, in there, but there's also Claude, there's also Llama, there's a bunch of AIs that are actually good for the job, and it has everything in that respect.
Talk to me a little bit about API keys and stuff like that. That's one question I always get from people, is that they bought a product and now they have to put in their own API key. How does that work? Like, how does that work with your
Well, I
software?
don't like API keys, honestly, and as much as possible, I never ask build software that force people to put in API keys. So we don't have an API key system. We do have a credit system, but it's very generous, and we give you enough credits to last a really long time, and it's insanely affordable. Like, if you buy the elite version, which is the front end, you get 20,000 credits, and for that you can write about 1,000, 1,500 articles. Like, it's insanely inexpensive and affordable. You will probably never run out of credits.
Cool. Okay. I like that answer. I know a lot of people don't like, even though it's not that hard setting up like an open AI API thing, but it's a pain in the butt for people.
I think I
Another
think
thing
it's a
that people have
problem.
to.
It's a problem. I'll tell you why it's a problem, Mike. Here is the thing: we don't use one AI. If you really want to create a product in the AI niche that does the job well, you need to have multiple AIs in there, right? So that's why we built integrations for 5 AIs. Now I can't ask my people to build in, to get 5 API keys and put in there to exploit the full benefits, right? That's not gonna work. So that we can't do this. Also, there are future AIs coming up. Like, let's say tomorrow DeepSeek comes with a really crazy AI that can do a better job. Now, I can't go and tell people, hey, could you please just put a new API key in there? I think it's very regressive. It holds back progress. If you're building a product that you never want to look at again, probably it's a great idea. But with this, I can actually keep up the development. I can keep adding new AIs in the background. I can keep updating stuff, and you don't have to worry about anything at all. You just get the best features every day.
Now, we're going to do a quick demo on this call today, but before we do that, can you tell everyone about your special pre-launch webinar, when it's going to be, and why they should be attending?
Okay. Yeah, there are going to be two webinars. The first one is on the 19th at 8 p.m. EDT. I know a lot of my customers, a lot of our users are in time zones like UK, and they can't show up on a 10 a.m. webinar because it's a really crazy time, maybe in the midnight over there. So a lot of people have been asking me, can you do at least two webinars in different time zones so that we can try to attend? So I'm going to do two webinars. There's going to be the first one on the 19th at 8 p.m. EDT. That's the pre-launch webinar. Then the second pre-launch webinar, the second session, which is also going to be live. Both of these sessions are live. Is going to be at 10 a.m. 20th EDT. This is the Eastern Daylight Time -4. So you can come for any of these live sessions. We'll be talking about how Articleize is going to help you in your business, how you can monetize it in so many different ways, and how you can get the best benefits out of it. Plus, there's going to be some contests, some special fun prizes, and people can ask me all the questions, and of course I will make it a point to answer everything live, so that people understand what they're getting and how they can use it for the best benefits.
Let's take a look inside. Just take a sneak peek.
Perfect. Yeah, perfect. Awesome. So I'm going to try to keep this brief, because I know I don't want to roll off a long demo. I tend to do that. So very briefly, this is the dashboard of Articleize. I'm logged in already, and you can see, if you go to the article section, these are a bunch of articles that we wrote already, that I was writing while I was testing. I even wrote an article in Bengali, and I don't know the first word of Bengali. I don't know the first character of Bengali, but I wrote an article in successfully. I wrote an article in Bhojpuri, which is a very archaic language from India again, and of course a bunch of articles. All of these images are also created by Articalize. So if you look at an article for this, like this one, for example, navigating the shifting sands of technology sector, this is the Articalize editor, which is where you can actually polish the article and edit it, and it's a very powerful editor. I think even Jasper doesn't beat it, but we'll come to it in a second. I'll just show you the process of how to write a new article. So to write a new article, all you need to do is to click on writer, and you've got many options. Start from scratch, which will start you off with a blank screen. You can convert a YouTube video into an article, a Facebook post, an X thread, a thread from threads.net, Quora, Reddit post, LinkedIn post. You can convert any URL into an article. You can convert product reviews, and of course it can be from Amazon, even from Temu, like any website product will work. You can create product comparisons. You can make listicles, or you can ask the AI to generate an article for you. This is what we call ChatGPT writing, the last option, because I always think this is the option that you should never use. So always,
Okay.
try to use one of the best ones, because this gives you the the most basic article. So for example, let's try to write an article based on X, right? So I need the Chrome extension for this, and Articleize Chrome extension is already installed now for me. And if you run it, it's like here. So you can go to any website, and this is great because you could be browsing the websites, and you could get an article from there. For example, I'm going to go to my profile, my company profile. So you could be browsing the website, you could be looking at the articles and anything the posts and anything you like. Let's say you like some post, you can quickly convert into article in one click. So here's what you need to do. I'm going to grab something from here. What about this one? Okay, I'm just going to grab this one, and okay, this is a product review. Okay, maybe I'll grab this one. This is a nice post about Pinterest that one of my team members made. Let's say you see something like this, a nice thread, and you want to convert it into article. All you need to do is click on this and click on select post, then start selection, and just grab the entire post like this, boom. And then finish selection. And if you want to reselect anything, maybe you want to reselect the data. If not, then just click on proceed to Articleize, and it will automatically be taken to Articleize. So imagine this: you are browsing Facebook, you're browsing X or Quora or Reddit, whatever you want, and you're not even thinking about writing an article, but you see an interesting post, boom, you can just put it into Articleize and write an article out of it. So click on next. It gives you an option to select the AIs. We've got a bunch of different AIs. All the good ones are here. If you want, you can use ChatGPT, of course. If you want,
Which one do
you can
you
use any other.
recommend, Cyril? Like a lot of people have no idea which one to use.
These days, I'm getting amazing results from Gemini. It's from Google, and they're doing a great job. Like Gemini is really thorough and it's really good. So you could use Gemini, for example. We can try to use Gemini now, and it gives you a list of languages that you can work with. So we've got a bunch of these languages. I'm going to go with English for now. Then you can actually structure the article a bit. So you can ask Articleize to create a table of content. So if you can modify the table of content if you want. If you want to create images, you can specify that. If you don't want to create images right now and you want to create them later, you can choose that too. So for example, yes. Then in image AIs also, we've got different options like GPT images, ideogram, Fluxional, lots of different options you have. I will go with GPT images.
Is that the one that you like the best? Like, I also want to know which one you like the best.
These days, I would say GPT Images 1 is great. Ideogram V3A is also great. Like these two models are really, really amazing.
Okay.
Personally, I like Ideogram V3A a little better because it's got this beautiful quality of creating surreal images. GPT Images is great. It's from OpenAI. People have used it a lot. Then you can choose whether you want to put text on the images or not. Like some images are just graphics, some images can have infographic text, something to give people to anchor, something to anchor on. So it can put text on images by itself. You can choose the ratio of the images you want to create, how many images you want to create. Like let's say you want to put 2 articles and 2 images in there, you can choose that. And the tone of your article, how you want it to sound, you just do that. Then how many words you want to create, and then click on next. It's going to
What's the
write the
limit on
table
the
of contents
words,
first.
Cyril? Cyril, what's the limit on the amount of words?
4,000, 5,000, there's no real limit, but I would not recommend that you write articles beyond 4,000 words, because then it's not an article, it's kind of like an ebook.
Okay.
So I would say like keep it lesser. So then you have all of these topics that it's created, like Pinterest auto collage revolution, ad creation with AI. And then there is a little table of contents. If you want to change it, you can. Like I will just use this only 3 points because I want the article to finish faster. Click on next, and it's writing the article now. And that takes about 30 seconds.
Oh, that's pretty
It's
quick.
generating the
It's not
images.
only is it doing the content, but it's also doing the images too.
Yep.
So I mean, it's doing multiple different things, and then it has to
Yep.
organize them all together into
Yes.
one. So
Yep. So that takes a little time.
it's always hard to pick. The reason why I ask you which AI you like the best is it's, I think, for normal people, and you might forget this, Cyril. So that not everyone knows as much about AI as you do, but a lot of people have no idea which one that they should be choosing. Which one is the best? Which one should I use for this? Like I don't. I know, and I see a lot of different AIs out here, and I'll see like ChatGPT or Midjourney or Gemini, but they're changing so often. And you mentioned earlier about the whole API thing, why you make it so that people don't have to put their own APIs in, because maybe today ChatGPT is the best, but in a week from now, maybe some new AI is going to come out, or maybe another AI is going to get better than that one. We just never know.
You're
Look at that. That
absolutely
looks
right,
good.
Mike. And we have the article now. So you can see there was a beautiful image, and it's perfect for Pinterest, isn't it? There is a little, a caption also. And if you look at the article, this is the article that's been written. There are we asked for 2 images. So there are 2 images. And I let's see, like the heading is not so apt. So what I can do is I can just create a heading, Pinterest auto collages, and I can ask the AI to rewrite it. So you can select any text, and then you can do rewrite with AIs. So it's visible here.
The editor looks really clean and easy to use.
Yeah, editor is very easy to use. You can just click on rewrite and rewrite any content with it.
Oh, okay, cool. So you can rewrite it too, right in there.
Yep. And you can just click on use, and it will put it there. So actually, this is the editor. Main editor is below this. This is the headline. So I'll just put that in, and I will make it H1. And let's say I'll show you some cool stuff with the editor. Let's say you want to put in a little list over here. So what you can do is you can come back here, and you can click on insert list with AI, and you can ask for a list of benefits of Pinterest mosaics. And you don't need to enter the items. It will generate it by itself.
Oh, that's nice.
And here is the list already. You can use it, and it's inserted there. So you could do things like that. You could spice up your article. Let's say you want to create an image for AI driven visuals. Fantastic. All you need to do is come here and insert AI or stock image. We have integrations with Unsplash, Pexels. If you want to use any of the stock image websites which are copyright free, you could do that. You can upload your image to, or you can generate with AI. Then you have multiple options. Like this time we'll use ideogram, and image creation takes a little bit of time. Create or an AI making a painting in the style of Da Vinci. Let's say you want to create this, to show the visual quality, and you want to make it square. Click on it, and it will just create that image.
I'm interested in how fast it makes it, because usually these can take a little time.
Yeah, usually it can take like 15 seconds, 10 to 15 seconds.
But right now, okay, so it's going to make that image for us, and it looks like if you don't like it, you can have it created again.
You can regenerate it. Yep. So there is the image, and you can just click on use.
Look at that. You got Mona Lisa there. That's nice.
And then it's inserted into your article. So that's a pretty good thing.
Cool.
You can also, if you select any text, you get options right here, like you can rewrite it, expand it, reduce it, or generate image from that text. So write 2 paras about Pinterest marketing, and you just click on it, generate, and just click on
Very cool.
use, and you've got fresh content over here. So that way you can modify the article. You can of course change anything manually also. So it's like a writer's tool. You can really go crazy with the kind of content you create, and once you're ready, you can save it. By the way, it can also do SEO work, like it can generate the slug, it can generate meta keywords, meta descriptions all by itself, and you can publish the article to blogs that you've connected. It supports blogs from
Ah,
Tumblr and from WordPress, or you can download the article. Let's say you want to download the article into HTML, like we created this article. You want to download it as Markdown. It supports two kind of downloads, as Markdown or as HTML. So click on export it as HTML, and it just gets downloaded. I'll show it to you.
so I can copy and paste it. I can also, if I have a WordPress website, I can automatically publish it to my website via like a plugin or something.
Yes, or yeah, we don't need a plugin. It just publishes to WordPress directly. So you can add a blog. It uses WordPress API. You don't need a plugin there. You need to install a plugin. You can convert it to HTML. You can copy and paste into any place you want, or if you want to be on Reddit or something which supports Markdown, you can download it as Markdown and paste it there. So it can be used in a number of ways.
Very cool, Cyril. Okay, that's enough for now. We'll get people to sign up for the webinar that want to see more of it.
Absolutely.
I know that you're going to talk about on that webinar, you're going to talk about monetization. You're going to talk about how to get clients with this, and potentially you could even sell this as a service to people. So there's lots of different ways that not only can you
Yep.
use this to create content for your own business and to drive traffic, free traffic from Google to your own company, but you can also sell this as a service to others. Really quick, I just want people to know what they're going to see on that sales page, because I know you've got a couple options. You're going to have like a front end option, and you've got kind of an all-inclusive option. Run us through that really quick.
Absolutely. So the front end option will give you access to the main product, which is, I think, enough for if you want to use it for yourself and you don't have a business or intentions to sell it. You have a one blog maybe, and you just want to use it all by yourself. You can use the front end. Don't need to buy anything else. But if you are looking to make more money off it, you want to sell the accounts, or you want to provide a commercial service, or you want advanced features, advanced AIs, you can do the upgrades. We have an all-inclusive deal on the front page itself, which is crazy, and it includes all the software in the complete deal. So it includes the pro version, it includes the reseller access, it also includes accounts for Tarantula SEO, which is a great SEO tool. If you can use it, it's an AI powered SEO tool, so it can help you find ranking opportunities, find content that you can create articles on. Then it also has access for one of my other product called AI Collective, which is again a place where you can use ChatGPT and dozens of other AIs all in one place to create unique content, unique ideas, to brainstorm anything from many perspectives, like having access to multiple brains at the same time. I use it to sometimes compare ChatGPT responses to Grok or Gemini. I just tell the AI at ChatGPT, answer this, at Grok, answer the same thing, and both the AIs will answer the same question, and I get the details, and it really makes it easy for me to compare what AIs are saying, and I can choose the best thing. So that's also included, and it's a great deal. It's going to be a one-time deal during this sale, only during this sale. After that, it goes to recurring, just like all of my products.
So it's going to
And
be,
the
if they
all-inclusive
want to
deal
get it
goes
one,
away,
if
goes
they
away.
want to get it one time, that all-inclusive deal, they need to get it during the launch period.
Yeah, after this, the all-inclusive deal just goes away. The only
Goes
way
away.
you can get it is then, yeah, you have to pay the separate prices, which is a lot more expensive, and it's recurring. So launch is the best time to buy.
Cyril, thank you so much for coming on the show today. Is there anything else, anything we missed, anything you wanted to mention
I
before
I
we
think
wrap it
we
up?
I think we covered everything very comprehensively. It's
Cool.
been a pleasure, Mike.
So
Thanks again.
everyone, make sure you go and sign up for the webinar. Again, that's going to be at 8 p.m. on Thursday, the 19th. And then you have another one at 10 a.m. on Friday, the 20th.
Absolutely. Yes.
Awesome. Again, thank you so much for coming on the show, and
Thank
best of
you.
luck with your launch.